Hello and welcome to this live reaction to the All Black squad. And you notice I'm not got my hat on today, folks, because I can't get my hat on and my headphones as well. And I need the headphones so I can listen to what isn't being broadcast on my other computer, because obviously we can't do it because we get done for copyright if we actually broadcast it out to you guys. So, essentially, what we're going to have to say is, first off, is that the All Blacks don't know how to live stream, which is really, really funny. If you go to their Facebook page, first off, Steve, how you doing?
I'm just proving to everyone that you can wear a cap and headphones at the same time. You know,
you can wear a cap and headphones, but you can't wear a bucket hat, and it's all about the bucket hat.
And it actually nicely shelters my eyes from the lights as well. Hey, I thought I was bad at live streaming, eh? You should come and watch my live streams.
Live chat and already joining us. Yes. So if you go to the Facebook and you go to the All Blacks page, they go, "Hey, here's the link. We'll be streaming in half an hour." And guess what? That link broadcast several days ago actually doesn't work. They don't actually know how to live stream, which is absolutely hilarious for a company that, or for a group that have gone out and got themselves a whole bunch of money via private equity, so that they can put out their own digital
data. You know what? They should employ us.
Well, yes,
we'll do the live streaming. New Zealand Rugby. DMs are open. Give us a call.
DMs are open. We might be able to do that. What I can't do though is I can't find my document where we've got our list of players as to who we believe is going to get picked, because we've done our list already.
Hey, you know what? This is what live TV is all about.
This is what live TV is all about. Yes, exactly. So it's really amusing that the All Blacks can't actually even organise a live stream to announce their own squads properly. So, what I'm just putting up on screen for those of you, obviously, but actually, this isn't a podcast for a change, is it? Jeez, here's me. So used to just doing podcasts that we also live stream. That I forgot actually today. This isn't a podcast. This is just a live stream. So here's the team people that we think are on the plane already. Ethan de Groot, Troy Lomax, and essentially it is going to be the team that played in Bledisloe Cup 1. Steve, you agree that all those players who played in Bledisloe Cup 1 are on the plane?
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Definitely. But it's just because, especially after it is last weekend now. Technically, it's Monday, isn't it? So yeah, especially after last weekend, 2 days ago. Okay,
so now you're saying that. Who then did anybody who played 2 days ago? And folks, we will have a normal 8 p.m. show. We'll talk about all the rugby action that happened at the weekend as well. So this is purely supposed to be about a live reaction to something that the All Blacks can't organise, or that New Zealand Rugby can't organise. Let's be honest, the All Blacks players, they're not very technical. They're guys who run around hitting people, right? They're not technical people. Oh no, I'm pretty sure Arnie Surveyor could organise a live stream. He's done a bit of this.
He does stream, doesn't he?
He used to. I'm not sure he has done recently.
I was going to say a few of them did. So I'm surprised, they should be there doing this, organising it. Hey, whose job is it? That's what I want to know. Whose job is this? Because someone's going to get sacked, aren't they?
Well, someone should do, but it's an old boys club, right? So no, they're not going to get sacked. I mean, even when they do go out and get themselves an act all diverse, because they want to be diverse, they end up hiring the next All Blacks head coach's daughter as a coach, right? And look, this is such an old boys club; it's unreal. I look at the Black Ferns. Look, she did very good. She did a very good job with Wayne Smith to win the. Don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure she's good at what she does. But boy, as far as looks go, and having an old boys club, nepotism and stuff, it really was not the best way of doing it. So let's just quickly refresh on the All Blacks page, Facebook page, if they've managed to update anything. Or they realise yet they're not live streaming, because that was like it was 5 minutes ago they were supposed to start. Nope, they haven't figured it out just yet. So Steve, so were there any players that played at the weekend that you think played themselves onto the plane?
Oh, onto the plane.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I thought you were going to go the other way. onto the
No,
plane.
that's too easy.
I
It's very easy to say who. I can get the list of who hasn't played, who they should be dropping.
okay. For me, that who impressed. If you start from the top, I thought Fletcher Newell was exceptional when he came on. It pains me to say it, but Tuanga Fasi I thought was very good when he came on. I think he definitely put his stocks up. Going through, I thought, second row wasn't that great. I thought a great game was by where's he gone? Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Where's the new man gone? Finau. I can't even see him on your list, but I thought he was exceptionally good as well. And I mean, the back row's getting quite the back row, the back three are getting quite congested. But I'd be amiss to say that I think Sean Stevenson did himself fairly decent as well after probably the first 20 minutes or so when he got himself sorted out. But a number of players, but mostly those props, I think, which for me, the way we've been looking at this team recently, is good. It's been really yeah, that's who played themselves. Yeah, that's probably who played themselves in. I was impressed by the replacement props. And Finau in the back row, I thought was really, really good. I'm not talking about guys like Sam Whitelock was exceptional, obviously, but he's already going. So guys that aren't in that mix, that did put their hand up, especially they'll be my 3 or 4. Leicester,
I agree. Yeah, exactly. We're not talking about players like, as you say, Retallick, Whitelock. Look, they're going anyway. As was Dane Coles and some Samisoni Takilaho. Look, I don't think anybody. I'm not sure anyone. I mean, Finau, I think he'd have to do a lot to play himself onto the plane, to be honest with you, considering who else was there. But I'm going to disagree with you on Sean Stevenson. I thought Sean Stevenson showed us exactly why
I knew you would
not being selected for the All Blacks squad, because he's not a winger; he's a fullback.
Hey, can we stop that argument and go? Damien McKenzie is not a beeping 10. How many years do we have to go through this New Zealand rugby and fans? He's a 15. It was so obvious in the weekend he's a 15. But I'm going to rant on that tonight. I'm going to try and save that for tonight. Sean Stevenson wasn't that bad. He was caught a little bit infield defensively a couple of times early, I guess. But that second half, what did he really do wrong? He territorially kicked a lot better than Will Jordan. He was good on attack. And I mean, it was his debut for the All Blacks. Give the guy a bit of slack, I reckon. After that opening 20 minutes, half an hour, I thought he was very, very good. Scored that try, an incredible record. What more can you get from him?
Look, what do the All Blacks want from a fullback? It's not what Sean Stevenson does. I think we saw that also just by having Will Jordan there at fullback, is that they really missed having that second kicking option. And having the 2 tactical kickers, we saw a big difference and Dane McKenzie as well, doing a long kicking game rather than a tactical kicking game. So again, I think some real. So Dane McKenzie, if anything, as you say, maybe he played himself out of the squad. Right? At least he didn't definitely. Well, I don't think he actually played himself out of the squad. I think they'll still take him. He definitely played himself out of the starting 23. On that kind of note. In desperation, I'm going to have a look on the old Twitter to see if that link is any good, and they said no, live on our YouTube channel. So we'll have to try and check out their YouTube channel again, folks. But no, so we're going to disagree on Sean Stevenson. I think he played himself out of it because he showed us that he isn't. That isn't the kind of not the. Yes, he scored a try, but it's a try that I think any player of All Black quality, clearly not myself. If I was there, I would have screwed it up. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me right. But anybody of All Black quality would have done. Now look, they've at least deleted the live stream that didn't work, which is a good step in the right direction. So that's now no longer listed on their Facebook page, folks. So New Zealand Rugby have figured out now that they screwed up the live stream. Does that mean they can actually get a live stream working? Let's. Oh yes, I've got one now. So if you go, folks, on to the allblacks.com, then you can get some you can get a list, and Foster is speaking live now, being very excited about training and.
But it's not on YouTube.
Leaving.
Oh, but it is on YouTube. There's the YouTube browser in there. Right. Okay, we're underway.
We are. It's just not listed on YouTube.
New Zealand Rugby, you suck. Give me a call. You absolutely suck.
Oh, we've got claps and stuff.
You remember he flew Eden back up to what, Napier to do this?
Yeah, it's a bit strange, though, isn't it? And
very strange.
What audience have they got this time of year, this time of day,
probably
to get someone clapping?
Get on with it, mate. Come on.
They've got to thank Hawke's Bay now are saying
thank him after when I can go and do something else. He looks like it's just me. Does he look like he's about to cry, this guy?
I don't know who he is.
I was about to say, is it bad that I don't know who he is?
Aha, Dame Patcharelli is now coming up. So this is the person that will actually tell us who has been selected.
Great camera work there.
Here we come on, Dame.
I mean, if anyone's watching this.
Come on, Patsy, let's do it. Oh. So she's doing her introduction now, folks, and has got the iPad in her hands that will have the official.
We should have done here, Paul. We should have listed our list here in alphabetical order so we can actually keep up.
Oh, you think she'll go alphabetical order?
They always name it alphabetically, don't they?
That's true. Well, yes. Well, I'll be copy and pasting into the on the plane column as she names them.
We'll keep up. Don't worry. We'll keep up.
Yep. I thought we had 33 players in the squad. She just said she's going to mention 32.
The way that this live stream's gone, let's be honest, I don't know if anyone really knows what's going on in this hall.
No, there's that. But because I'm pretty sure that the World Cup has changed this year to have more players.
Well, hang on.
So let's see how many.
Already named their teams. Let's see how many Samoa's named.
Okay, so she's now just talking about how wonderful it is to be selected to go through the World Cup. Yada yada yada. And she's very proud the team hasn't even done anything yet.
With one spot open, so they've selected 33.
Oh, they left one spot open, have they? Oh, okay.
Samoa have, yes.
Oh, Samoa, yes.
They're the only one they've named their team so far.
Well, we'll see. She might name 33 after saying 32 because someone might have given her the wrong speech. Because historically, it has been 32 at Rugby World Cups. It's one more this time.
This is point in case.
So it could be the case that someone hasn't actually bothered to read the regulations and doesn't realise this piece. Oh, we're all now invited to be on the bench, to be behind the team. That's nice, isn't it? To be on the bench.
Well, the way we're going, we'll be on the bench to do some live streaming from France at this stage. That's what we'll be doing.
Well, yes. She's just gone and congratulated the selectors for selecting a team. Well done. Oh, dear.
Did we get a congratulations for getting the live stream going on time?
No, we don't. But she has just gone and said how she thinks they're wonderful and amazing. So that's the they're all going to get sacked tomorrow because that's the isn't that what happened? She just said she has full faith in the selectors. Oh dear. Well, the selectors will be worried at this point.
She's clearly reading a script that someone else wrote. Come on.
Oh, well, clearly, look, none of this blame is on her. Let's be blunt.
She's probably reading it going, this is an absolute load of garbage. Who wrote this?
Oh.
Who's this? Richie.
Oh, so Richie's coming out.
Name has he got black boots on?
Oh, he's actually got a piece of paper in his hands. So maybe this is the list. Or maybe Richie's making a comeback. Richie's the 33rd player. Brilliant. This is what we need.
He looks like he could play still too. He's got to lift them up. Here we go. What's up, Richie?
Here we. Okay, so Richie's going to read out the team. Okay, well, I must admit, I thought that
But here we go.
she was going to. Here we go.
Alphabetical. See, told you.
Oh, okay, well, you say
Bone
it,
Barrett.
you paste.
Bone and Barrett. Yep. Pick that off the list. Come on. Oh.
Hey, why do we have to...
$1,000. Scott Barrett will be next. Hey, up, everyone. Give me the
Scott
money.
Barrett. Yeah. Hey, you got three on the bounce. Well done.
Yes, 3 from 3. 100%. I thought they normally did the captain first, but whatever.
Anyway, they've named Sam Kane now. So, Sam Kane has been named, folks.
Okay, the captain's going.
Yep.
Oh, no. Not Finley Christie. There we go. It's all downhill now.
It's all down here. Yep, Finley Christie's going.
Should have been
This is an old one, isn't it? I could just realise. That's why I'm on the wrong.
So Caleb Clarkson as well. This is all bad news. This is bad news. Can we rip this team to shreds tonight? Dan Coles is in. Ethan de Groot's in, obviously.
Yep, we've got him there at the top there.
Caleb Clark and Finley Christie. Leicester's in. That's good. That's good. Leicester was all right.
Yes, he's one of the players who did okay.
Brazil. Okay.
Yep, I've got an old list here.
Not Harvey. That surprises me. David Harvey.
Wow.
Now, Quinn Tapia played for Waikato against Southland in the weekend.
So that's Rico, yep.
Yeah, Rico. Luke Jacobson is in. Will Jordan, of course. I'm not.
I should be holding them, shouldn't I?
Nepo is in. There you go. Nepo Lalala's in.
Yeah, this is an old spreadsheet. Sorry, folks, but I realised actually this is not the up-to-date one.
Anton Leonard Brown is in.
Yep.
I'm not impressed by this at all. Lomax, it's not surprising. I am surprised by Hayavili, but I'm not surprised because they actually have liked him over the years. And aside from that injury, he would have been in the squad the whole way through. We've got McKenzie, we've got Mwanga. There's the teens. The injured Nawara's in.
Oh,
okay.
Naraiwa is in.
Yep. Yeah. Fletch Newell gets the nod. Expected. I thought he was very good in the weekend as well. Sadly, Dalton has to go. Enjoy Namibia, mate. Jeez. Fan favourite there, Brody.
Yep. Well, he's a Hawke's Bay boy, isn't he?
Roy Gard got in. I'll applaud that one. Get some game time, Roy Gard. You're the next Aaron Smith. Don't worry, Sam Kane will get injured. You have the captain's armband, Artie.
But no Blackadder, no Finel.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Smith, so no Brad Webber.
Well, no, Webber's W. It might take 4 halfbacks.
They're not going to take 4 halfback. Benny Taylor's next, probably.
Here's Cody Taylor.
There we go.
Just about done here. Mike Talia. Offers in. To provide, no surprise.
Well, it was between him and Lord, wasn't it? But I guess Josh Lord not getting picked for the weekend.
Lord didn't get the chances at the end there, did he? And Luke Whitelock. Yes! Go to Mighty. Mighty Williams is in. Get another line in there, Paul. Come on. No, he's not at the airport. He's on the plane.
I get that, yes. But oops.
What have you done there? Good stuff, Richie. You didn't name yourself, mate.
We only got 3 midfielders. Oh, Geordie's in there, isn't he? I got put him in the wrong column.
All right, there we go. Here's your.
So how many players did they actually name? Yeah, 33. They should name 33.
Yes, 33. Perfect. Nailed it. Done.
Just got the.
Oh, there we go. So what's the surprise?
So the surprise, I think, is David Havili. Is the
surprise to be left out?
I think Braden Ennell, I think was someone I was expecting to go.
How bad was his injury?
It could be that. We haven't heard yet as to how bad that injury is. A little bit surprised that Nawaya's got in with the injury. Turns out how bad his back
but he was training. They were talking about it. He was training with the All Blacks last week, contact training. So he can't be too far away from being back. So that's, in that regard, not too surprising either.
True. So the players who were part of the squad that missed out, so Sean Stevenson, Josh Lord,
Finau.
Samipini Finau. I think those are the three players.
They had 37 in their squad. 30.
Okay, so 37 in the squad. So the players that missed out, Sean Stevenson, Braden Ennell, Dallas McLeod.
Forgot about him.
The Siponi Finau, and who else has missed? Josh Lord. So that's five.
That's four.
Five. That's five who missed out, because remember, Sean Stevenson was an injury replacement.
He was too. That's right.
In there. So those are the five players who have missed out. So the only one that I thought Braden Ennell would have gone ahead of David Havili, purely on the fact that David Havili hasn't played. I'm amazed he's got in after one NPC game.
No, not surprising at all. They love who they love, and they love Havili. You can't argue that. They love Havili. He's always the guy they like his versatility. I don't know, he's always constantly around that team and in that team when he's fit and ready to go, which isn't all that often. But they do like Havili, so I'm not surprised that he has gotten into the mix. But I think maybe Enor's injuries had something to do with that. It's a bit harsh if he's been all around the squad playing for Enor and just gets dumped, but there you go. How quickly they dropped him.
On the live stream, they're doing a team photo. So woohoo, well done. Enjoy that.
No one cares anymore.
I don't really care anymore.
The viewer numbers peaked, and then they're going down now.
Oh, you're tracking the viewer numbers, eh? Well, look, 6 props is the difference. Normally, there's only 5 props to go to every World Cup. So I think that's one of the things we probably expected. The 3 hookers, they named themselves, didn't they?
Yes.
Let's be honest. The locks, again, as we said, Josh Lord, the one there, unlucky to miss out. But again, 4 locks picked. We thought perhaps they would take Josh Lord as well, but have Topu Vai and Scott Barrett as your kind of 6 cover in the Lucies, and therefore one of those Lucies perhaps to miss out there. But with Sam Kane, Artie Surveyor, Frizzell, Dalton Papulehi, and Luke Jacobson. That gives them the 6-8 cover with Luke Jacobson, sort of 7-6 cover from Dalton Papulehi in there. The 3 scrum halves, we expected Smith, Roygaard, and Christie. They were the 3 in the squad, as we've sort of mentioned. Richard Mwanga, Damon McKenzie in those first 5/8. Stephen Perifetta, I guess the only one there who kind of in the wings, or one All Black himself. I've gone blank. One All Black cap against Japan. Used to play for the Crusaders. Now he's with the Hurricanes. Who's sorry?
Yep. I know the one you mean. I forgot to say.
Plays for Manawatu now. Used to play for the Crusaders. Used to play for Canterbury. Oh, geez. Anyway,
Cameron.
Brett Cameron, yes, because he was part of the All Black team. Into the centres then, Rico, Antoinette Brown, Geordie Barrett, David Havili, the only person outside the squad to come in. I would have gone with Jack Goodhue ahead of David Havili, personally. I think he's played more rugby, put bluntly, whereas David Havili's had 1 NPC game. A bit of a shock. I think that's a bit of a surprise. And there's me spelling Talia incorrectly, so I'll just correct that. And then into the back three. So obviously Talia, Will Jordan, Bowden Barrett with the starting back three again in Bledisloe Cup. Once we kind of knew they were going to be there. Amoni Nawaya purely came down to injuries. Same for Lester Fainga'anuku. Could he prove he wasn't injured? And then Caleb Clark. He's got a famous dad. That's why he's going, apparently. I got no idea. But I think Caleb Clark is probably the one player that everyone will sort of scratch their head about. He's the only, I think everyone else is kind of expected. Sure, DMAC didn't have a good game at the weekend, but I don't think it was enough to get him dropped when you think about what kind of money in the bank he's got.
And who else are you going to pick?
And yes, no one else has been given any game time at this level over the last 4 years. Let's be blunt. Perry Fedder's had a couple of games. Josh Ioane had one game. Say Cam Roygaard had a game. Not Cam Roy, Brett Cameron had a game, but that was the previous World Cup cycle. So, yeah, no one else has been given any game time, which is a bit of a concern if we do have to get down to our fifth choice like we did back in 2011. Do we even know who that would be?
We were talking this morning. I was streaming this morning. We're playing some amazing rugby, but we were talking with the chat on there about what happens if Richie Mo'unga gets injured. We were hypothetically speaking the squad, and of the amazing people who did turn up and join in with the stream with me this morning, they're all saying, in their opinion, Mo'unga gets injured. What do you do? Bowden Barrett 10, Mackenzie to fullback, or you switch around someone, Will Jordan to fullback and bring on a winger. And of none of those people that were in there, which wasn't hundreds of people, let's be honest, but all agreed that after what they've seen in this build-up to the World Cup so far, if Mo'unga went down in training or something like that and you had a fresh chance to select your 15, that's what they'll do. Barrett to 10 and mix around your fullback. No one had faith in Mackenzie.
Yeah, look, you got to looking at this list now, you're kind of thinking the most important players in this squad for the All Blacks are Richie Mo'unga and Ardie Savea, because no one else has played 8 at all for the All Blacks recently. It would be Luke Jacobson, we know that. But apart from that, I think those two are perhaps the most important players in the entire squad for this one. So looking at those centres then, Anton Leonard-Brown played 12 at the weekend. Geordie Barrett, we know, is a 12. Rieko Ioane is a 13. Is David Havili 13 cover? Or is he coming as 12 cover and Anton Leonard-Brown is put out to 13? To me, that's a bit strange as well. You end up getting 3 12s and 1 13 there. I guess Anton Leonard-Brown is suddenly going to get pushed back out to 13 under this circuit, under these, looking at those. And then you're looking at and then looking at the back threes. Obviously, you're Bowden Barrett and Will Jordan covers 15. And then you've got Mark Talia, Lester Fainga'anuku on the left, Caleb Clark, I guess, also on the left, with Will Jordan for the right, and Nawaya covering for the right as well. Ben Darwin says in the live chat, the one area New Zealand has lacked stability in the last 10 years is at 12, 13. Absolutely it is. Ben Darwin, obviously the ex-Wallaby. So, hey, we've got famous people coming on and following our live stream. Thank you, Ben, for that one. And yes, you're quite right. That 12-13 combination, ever since basically Nonu and Conrad Smith, there hasn't been a settled combination there. It looked like it was going to be Goodhue and Anton Leonard-Brown. Which way round, who knows? But those two have just been too injury prone over the last couple of years to allow that to happen. And now Goodhue's heading overseas at next year as well. So we're never going to see that as a settled combination. I do think the Geordie Rieko combination is the one for the future. And it's and I think one of the things we said before the last Bledisloe Cup or the weekend, we would have played them at the weekend because it's a combination that needs more game time.
Yeah, it would have given them a shot. But you got Uruguay, you got Namibia, you got plenty of chances. so that's what Havili's got as well. He's got to play those games big time.
Well, that's your problem, isn't it? Is that so I expect Havili to still be available for the NPC this coming weekend. Bluntly, he needs game time. Players who will feel a bit unlucky, obviously Sever Reece because of injury. Ethan Blackadder also injury-wise. I think those are two guys who will feel unlucky that injuries have just happened at the wrong sort of time. Joe Moody, Father Time has ticked away and meant that he won't get another Rugby World Cup in there. I think that those are kind of the older players. Players that haven't kind of stepped through, perhaps we might have expected. Your Quinton Strange and Isaiah Walker-Laurie, I think two players who are again part of the All Blacks 15, but haven't stepped up. Obviously, TJ Perenara, but I think we all knew he wasn't going to be involved, didn't we?
Yep.
And then Flavak Tava has got overtaken as well. They're pipped at the post just when he was supposed to be the next big thing after Aaron Smith for that 9 jersey. Right. Anything else you want to wrap up before we close this down and review it again after it's sunk in a bit at 8 p.m?
I'll settle on a cliffhanger. We'll rip it apart. We'll rip it apart tonight. I'm destroying at least 4 people out of this team.
4.
I think I have to ever think about it, but yes, some names are going.
There are a couple of 4 seems a bit much, but I think the only surprise name in here really is David Havili. The rest we kind of knew. There were a couple of question marks as to would they take an extra. What would they do with the extra position? And there are a couple of question marks, perhaps in that here and there, maybe. But Havili really the only a big surprise in that lot. So thank you, everybody. Join us again for the Drive More Show at 8 p.m, where Steve and I will look back at the games from the weekend, not just the All Blacks game. We'll also have a look at some of the other ones. We'll talk about how bad our predictions were last week and how well our predictions could be going forward. So thank you everyone who's joined us live. There you go. That's the All Blacks one. And at least we were streaming on time, even if the All Blacks couldn't do it.